Welcome to a special presentation of Your Morning Edmonton. Today we are looking back at the year that was and some of our favorite moments from 2025. We love spending our mornings with you, having plenty of fun while bringing you the stories that matter and the news that you need. Now, Alberta's UCP government and Premier Danielle Smith making national headlines multiple times throughout this year. Joining us now with a look at the top provincial stories of 2025 is Nicole Lampa. Now, Nicole, this year started off with the American tariff threats that became a reality. How did that impact Alberta's relationship with Ottawa?
Oh, Kent, that relationship has done a complete 180. At the start of the year, Premier Smith was publicly criticizing the Liberals and then Prime Minister Justin Trudeau over how they were handling the situation.
They will have a national unity crisis on their hands.
In mid-January, Smith visited Donald Trump in Mar-a-Lago to promote the U.S.-Canada energy relationship. She broke rank with fellow premiers and the Prime Minister, refusing to present a united front because the UCP was against energy as a countermeasure to Trump's tariff threats. In March, Smith went on an American podcast saying she asked U.S. officials to pause the tariffs until after the federal election with the hopes of seeing Conservative Pierre Poilievre elected as Prime Minister. Instead, Canadians voted for Liberal minority, with Mark Carney becoming Prime Minister. By May, Smith's stance against Ottawa softened, saying her first meeting with Carney was positive. She says they talked about nation-building projects to help offset the damage from the U.S. trade war. The pair met and spoke multiple times over the summer and into the fall, culminating in a seemingly jovial signing of a pipeline agreement in November. Smith called it a new relationship and a new beginning. We'll see what comes of the pipeline agreement next year. There's still quite a bit of pushback from Alberta First Nations, BC Coastal First Nations, and environmentalists. And we should note that Smith was booed at the UCP AGM when she brought up the agreement with Ottawa and spoke about federal cooperativism.
Now, that anti-Ottawa tone earlier in the year paving the way for the separatist movement in our province and potential referendum questions on the topic. Where are we at with that right now?
Well, Kent, the UCP recently tabled changes under wide-sweeping Bill 14 to allow for a separatist referendum question without any court interference. Premier Smith says anyone seeking an independence referendum should not have gatekeepers like the courts standing in their way. This bill effectively ended the judicial review of a proposed independence referendum question after the chief elections officer bumped it up to a judge over constitutionality concerns. The changes came just days after the Forever Canadian petition was successful. That group needed about 300,000 signatures and ended up getting nearly 500,000. The Forever Canadian question asks, do you agree that Alberta should remain in Canada?
There is a lot that happens in this province politically and otherwise. Now, another story that dominated headlines, the accusations regarding contract procurement with Alberta Health Services. Where does that stand as we round off 2025?
Well, Kent, for most of the year, the opposition NDP accused Premier Smith, her ministers and political staff of corruption in healthcare contracts. The UCP asked a judge to review the matter who found no wrongdoing on their part. The judge did say, however, changes are needed because of conflicts of interest. This all began in February with Athana Mentolopoulos. She's the former CEO of Alberta Health Services who filed a wrongful dismissal lawsuit alleging she was fired for questioning healthcare contracts. The lawsuit alleges people high in government interfered in overpriced deals involving multi-million-dollar contracts for children's medication and private surgical facilities. The lawsuit is still before the courts, and the accusation sparked investigations by the RCMP and Alberta's Auditor General. Both are ongoing. Cabinet Minister Peter Guthrie left his post and the UCP caucus over the matter, saying his colleagues did not share his concerns about the party's procurement practices. And Guthrie has also been trying to revive the progressive conservative brand, something the UCP also introduced legislation to prevent. He recently became leader of the Alberta Party and has continued to be outspoken in his opposition to his former party.
Now, labor disputes persistent throughout this year, especially in education. And this all started, Nicole, in January.
Yeah, Kent, at the start of the year, thousands of education assistants across our province went on strike.
We think this might be the largest number of keeping members on this kind of legal strike.
More than 4,000 education assistants across the province walked off the job in January and onto the picket lines. By March, their union reached a deal with the province. However, it was the UCP's labor dispute with 51,000 teachers that forced schools to close for 3 weeks this fall, impacting 750,000 students and their families. The fight was over classroom sizes, wages, and complexities in classrooms. The province said it did not have an extra $2 billion the Alberta Teachers Association was asking for. So for the first time, the UCP used the notwithstanding clause to end the job action, forcing a contract into place. Premier Danielle Smith said the move was necessary to deal with the irreparable harm the strike was causing to students' learning. And Kent, the UCP government applied the notwithstanding clause 3 more times since then on the party's trans youth laws preventing any type of legal action. Now, some Alberta voters have launched a recall petition in an attempt to remove UCP MLAs from their seats. Elections Alberta has approved more than 20 to proceed, including Premier Danielle Smith's riding of Brooks Medicine Hat. The process for the petitions will carry into 2025, and we'll have to wait and see what comes of them.
Yeah, there is a lot to track as we round into this new year. Nicole, a lot to track from 2025. Thank you. Now, later in the hour, we're going to reflect on some of the major news stories in Edmonton, the race for the mayor's chair, another trip to the Stanley Cup Finals. And right after the break,
we're at the point where everyone's drinking at the shows, everyone's having a good time.
Musicians, TV stars, baseball icons, and more. Kim and Corey join us with some of their favorite interviews from 2025. Well, here on Your Morning, we have the opportunity to talk to some of the most fascinating people from here in our city and around the world. Kim and Corey here now to talk about some of their favorites and some more famous guests.
Yes, so my favorite interview this year was a throwback to one of my all-time favorite boy bands, 98 Degrees. They came out with a new album and made some time for us before taking the stage at K-Days. Let's see if you can tell how nervous I was.
We're just thrilled and excited for the opportunity to still be doing music 30 years later, to be doing shows and all that stuff. So we're super excited about this album. Very, very proud of it.
Now we're at the point where everyone's drinking at the shows, everyone's having a good time. And so it's just a celebration of the past 30 years, of our career. And we can't wait to be back with our fans there in Edmonton.
Well, listen, 10-year-old Kim didn't get your autograph outside HMV, but today I'm going to be able to watch you guys live and be able to talk to you here. So thank you guys so much and can't wait to see you in Edmonton. So I actually went to the show with a girlfriend. It was so nostalgic. I felt like I was 10 years old again, and they were amazing. They were good. There was a lot of stuff going around on social media about, it's past their prime, and it's like, who cares? Who cares? Yeah, it was a great time.
It was still a good time. I'm going back to even when I was younger. I had the opportunity to talk to Joe Carter this year with the Toronto Blue Jays. Exciting for me, one of 2 men in history of baseball to win a World Series with a walk-off home run. Precursor to the Blue Jays run a little bit later. Joe talked to us about the World Series, what it was like for him to be in the championship. Here's a bit of that conversation. There are people all over this country and the world that remember exactly where they were when you hit that home run. Do you tire of running into those people and hearing those stories?
Wait a minute. Let me think. That's a big fat no. Kent, it's very enlightening. And I just recently turned 65. So what you have left in your life are memories. And that is one precious memory that I'll never forget. And so when people come up, it's like they were a part of that. So they want to tell me about their experience, and they know about mine, but I don't know about theirs. And I'm very much happy to listen to their experience because it's something that we can share throughout all of baseball and all of Canada. Now we're going on, this will be 32 years since that had happened. So, it just gets bigger and bigger. And, hopefully they can do something this year to kind of make that memory go a little bit lower and create their own moments.
And that's exactly what happened. That conversation was back in the spring.
Yes.
We had no idea the Blue Jays were going to go all the way to the World Series, 2 outs away from winning it. And many people coming together to make their new memories, just like he was talking about way back in the springtime.
Absolutely. All we have left in this life is our memories, right?
Yeah.
You got to go to one of the games in Los Angeles, and that was such a milestone moment for you for 2025.
And he came here, he was supporting the Riverhawks Foundation. The Riverhawks, another fantastic season here in Edmonton. A lot of memories made right here in the city.
Yeah, for sure. And memories even across the country. One of my most exciting interviews for me took us behind the scenes of Traders Canada. I spoke with host Karine Vaness ahead of season 3. Despite all the backstabbing and betrayal on the show, she says she's exactly as she appears. You inspire people, you inspire the show, you do such a fantastic job. I had a friend who had a traders party. There were 20 of us. It went for 8 or 9 hours. It was a bit long, but it was so much fun. And I think a lot of that is owed to how fantastic of a job you have done with the show. And yeah, you are owed kudos for that.
Thank you, but I enjoy doing that so much. There's nothing fake about it, just much like the emotions that our guests are feeling when they play our game. Usually as a host, you want people to feel comfortable, and on the traders, it's the contrary. We really want them to feel uncomfortable, to feel not at ease at all.
And I feel like we are so lucky here because I love that show. I watch it religiously, and being able to talk to the host of that and a lot of things that we do, 98 Degrees, Joe Carter, all these things, it's such a treat, and we're lucky to bring that to the viewers.
That's exactly right. And speaking of the viewers, we've got much more of your participation coming up through. You can feel the excitement on this one. Corey, I know you were really excited to speak along with the Long Island medium, Teresa Caputo. You weren't here that day. No. Instead, it was me who got a chance to talk to her and interview some of the other big names throughout the last year. Take a look at that. Do you see this at all times? Are you able to turn things off?
It's a little different. I always sense and feel things. It's whether if spirit pushes me enough to say something. That's just in my everyday life. Of course, when I'm getting ready to work, I prepare, I do meditations, and, I open those doors for spirit to communicate with me. But if I'm just out and about in my day, spirit has to really push me, give me 3 things before I actually say something to someone. Because not everyone really wants to hear from their loved ones that have died, believe it or not.
I am honored and quite frankly starstruck to be talking to lead singer and songwriter, the legendary Mike Love. Good morning, Mike.
Our original fans, their kids, and the grandkids all love the Beach Boys. That's what it's all about, the love of harmony and music. And I think that is infectious because the good vibrations come with that purity of loving the harmonies.
Crave is launching its first adult animated series called Super Team Canada. It has a star-studded Canadian cast, including Will Arnett and Vancouver's own Kobe Smulders of How I Met Your Mother fame, and she plays Niagara Falls. Good morning to you.
There's a lot of hockey. There's a lot of, I think there's sort of the general Canadian isms that we know and love, the hosers, the accents, the kindness.
GWAR is in Edmonton this weekend, and we have the pleasure of welcoming Blothar the Berserker of GWAR.
Unfortunately, we're always dressed like this on Halloween. I would love to be dressed like a fairy princess or a mouse or something, but this is what I'm stuck doing every year.
Remember, you can't pick your age, but you can pick your battles on Battle of the Generations.
Host Lily Singh joins us with more on what we can expect. Good morning, Lily.
Everyone that I talk to about the show, they're like, well, obviously this generation's going to win, or obviously this generation's going to have this strength. They're usually wrong. These people you can't put them into a box. We've had boomers that are so proficient with social media. We've had Gen Zers who don't know anything about social media. So it's been pretty refreshing to see that I guess all people are kind of different and you can't really judge them by their generation.
We now welcome Canadian music legend Tom Cochrane. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's good to be here.
Great to have you with us. Now, I've got to ask you, you have so many big hits. What is it like still hearing those and playing those massive hits now?
You know, it's just, I've always tried to write songs that were somewhat timeless, and I've been very lucky to write quite a few of those. And so to me, the songs stand the test of time. And when I go on stage and you play some of these songs and people are singing them back to you, full voice, it's just, it's the biggest rush in the world, and it's incredible. And I feel very grateful and blessed every time I walk on stage and get to sing those songs. So it's been a pretty good ride.
Coming up, we're going to hear from Edmonton's new mayor and take a look back at some of the issues that plagued the municipal election. Also next,
Lenny's not going to go hungry with that money.
Connor McDavid's new contract, Oilers fandom worldwide, the ups and the downs of another run to the Stanley Cup final. This year, for the first time, political parties were allowed at the local level during elections in Edmonton and in Calgary.
Everyday Edmontonians spoke loud and clear, choosing optimism and hope over big money and party politics.
Our new mayor, Andrew Knack, said voters sent a strong message on Election Day. The big money refers to his main rival, Tim Cartmel, who raised hundreds of thousands of dollars more than Knack under the Better Edmonton party banner. While our city's new mayor may have rejected the idea of local political parties, party candidates were elected in 3 wards.
I would argue from the viewpoint of Better Edmonton, this was a massive success for them.
In addition to party politics, ballots had to be hand-counted under new provincial rules. Many Edmontonians angry about long wait times at polling stations and the results that were slow to come in. On top of that, more than 600 ballots in one ward were miscounted due to a misprint on tally sheets. Andrew Knack said he was ready to walk away from politics before changing his mind and entering the race to become the mayor. He won nearly 40% of the vote. Now, aside from party politics, issues like infill, affordability, and public safety dominated the election campaign. Right after his win, Knack joined us on Your Morning to discuss his vision for the city.
I know it sounds a little cliche, but it's truly a privilege and an honor to have this chance to serve. It's so exciting. This is not about one person. There are incredible people across the city who want to do amazing things. And so really my job as mayor is not to be the one to say, we're going to do it this way. No, we're going to do this together. We're going to go out in community and say, let's tackle these challenges. Let's make life safer. Let's make it more affordable. And so as long as we're staying focused on those key themes, as long as everything we're doing is moving forward those issues, then I think that's how we bring and get Edmontonians on board to work together on these solutions. My job is not just to represent those that voted for me, but those who didn't vote for me or those who didn't vote at all. And that means actually being out in the community all the time. You'll never find universal agreement on any single issue. But if you've actually taken the time to genuinely go and understand people's perspectives about what issues matter to them, why they matter to them, that's how you bring people along and how you gain more support, not in an electoral sense, but more support for the issues that matter.
Now, that was not the only leadership change in our city this year. The Edmonton Police Commission naming Warren Dreichel the Edmonton Police Service's 24th chief in September. Joining Your Morning, he said his main priority is making EPS more proactive.
We often hear about community safety, perception of safety in our community, and really start to focus is how do we start to become a more agile organization? Policing over the last couple of years has become very traditional in terms of how we respond to crime, so very reactive to crime. Like we wait for somebody to call, we go to the call. One of the things we continually hear from the community is they want to see the police more proactive in their community. They want to see them out engaging in the community, visible, right? And we know that through some of the work we've done in the past in the transit areas of downtown core, when the police are present, when they're visible, people feel safer, right? So it's breaking that mold of that reactive model and looking how do we become more proactive in the community. And that's a big shift, believe it or not. It's not just as easy as telling our members they need to do it. It's looking at the things that are slowing them down. What are the administrative things, the technical things that are getting in the way? What's new in terms of how they do investigations that keep them from being out on the streets? So that's a big focus.
And there was another potential leadership change that had many Edmontonians nervous, but a wave of relief arrived for many in the fall when Oilers captain Connor McDavid signed a 2-year, $25 million contract extension to stay with the Oilers without taking a raise.
Gives us a chance, as I said, to extend our window here in Edmonton. Lenny's not going to go hungry with that money.
McDavid said the deal expresses his commitment to bringing the Stanley Cup back to the city he and his wife have come to love. The extension following another deep playoff run, a second straight year of losing to the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup final. And just like the year before, many believe the Oilers did not have what it takes to make it back to the final. And once again, the team and their fans defied expectation. Many filling Ice District game after game, others attending watch parties citywide. Pink Pony Club became an anthem for the Oilers and the entire fan base. However, there is only one song that is raised to iconic status in this city, and fans at one watch party got quite the surprise when Los Lobos themselves took to the stage to play La Bamba. Members of the band surprising fans at River Creek Casino. The song has been played after every home game since Joey Moss died in 2020. And since he would blast it after games, the team would do so after wins. Later, 6-year-old superfan Ben Stelter would inspire fans with the catchphrase, "Play La Bamba, baby." At the time, Los Lobos said playing the song in front of Edmonton and the crowd holds a special place in their hearts. Now, that spirit runs well beyond our civic borders, as we found out from all of you at home and across the globe joining our Oilers Hype Zone.
Good morning, Edmonton. This is Sam Miller, aka Dukes, coming in all the way from central Queensland down here in Australia.
I'm deep in the jungle in southern Mexico.
I'm here in Waikiki Beach in beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii.
We live in San Diego. Canada will always be our home, and we're so happy that you're able to see us cheer for our team.
The Cup runs have united people near and far, and it's been a thrill watching people connect, from the fans abroad to those taking over rival bars, and people like Ed Wilkins, Papa Stanley, embracing the fun. Thank you for sharing your own Oilers experience with us. Now, while that Stanley Cup final came with a heavy dose of heartbreaking deja vu, with the Florida Panthers defeating the Oilers for a second straight year, Oilers fans have not been deterred. The team appears to be picking up momentum heading into the second half of this year, gearing up for another run at the Cup. Well, after the break, some of the surprises that come with live television.
So I was pooped on during my live hit.
And I got to clean it up.
And he has to clean it up.
When you broadcast 3 hours of live television every day, not everything is going to go as planned. Sometimes the stories we follow can be as unpredictable as the weather. Miriam Valdez-Carletti found out that the hard way, pinch hitting for your morning during a spring snowstorm.
Not too much snow, but it definitely is falling. Just in the last 30 minutes, the snow has really started to pick up. The snow is really starting to come down. I hope you can see it a little bit. I actually dropped my gloves in the last hit, and this much snow accumulated just in the last 30 minutes.
Miriam, we've just watched it get whiter and whiter around you. How's it going out there now?
Well, the snow is really starting to kick in.
Miriam, a good sport about it all. And while that snow was not predicted to stick, she was back the next morning and shared some photos of what appears to be rather sticky snowfall that she had to endure. And Corey, well, he embraced the cold this year as well. I'm sure many of you remember his first ever cold plunge with the cameras rolling.
So normally we would start with the sauna. We're going to skip that right now, but we are going to get into the cold plunge. Again, what temperature is this water at?
So this one is set to 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, so that's about 4 degrees Celsius. Matt, I'm going to pass this to you. Here Here we go. Holy!
Holy indeed. I asked him, and he said he has not done a cold plunge since this moment. But that doesn't mean we're going to stop playing the video, because thumbs up, Corey. That was a good time. Now, you may remember earlier this year when we officially became Your Morning, one lucky viewer from right here in our region took home $20,000 grand prize for tuning in and proved that sometimes the funniest moments are not scripted.
What do you think you're going to do with the $20,000?
I thought I'd buy myself a new truck, but my wife, my darling of 51 years, didn't think that would be a great idea. She also said, great advice, I'm sure, don't try to be funny.
Okay.
So I'm doing my best.
Well, he was very funny. Another Oilers playoff run meant we spent plenty of time with Superfan Magoo on Your Morning. You will see him during every Oilers game banging his drum, leading fans in the chants. And this year, we also saw a different side of him, also known as Blair Gladue. He and his wife, Nippy, competed on Amazing Race Canada, crossing this country all the way to the finale. But they certainly did not forget about their hometown during their journey.
Partly cloudy, 15-kilometer winds today. I think when I get back home, I'm going to talk to CTV about going up there and doing the weather report.
Yeah. So you want to do the weather, huh?
Yes, sir.
Should we do it right now?
Let's go.
Okay. That's what we're going to do.
Hey everybody, Nippy Skoo here, coming to you live from the CTV Air. We are driving over this green patch of land. It is very green, and it is a beautiful day and a great day to be Indigenous, if I must say so myself.
Great job. All right, we're here on the green screen. You take it away. The monitors are right here. Here's the Magoo forecast, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Edmonton forecast for today, 34 degrees. Heat warning in place. The UV index 7 or high. It's going to be a beautiful weekend.
All right. Hey, you're in, man.
Let's
You're
go.
hired. You're hired.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think maybe Corey's job is safe. I'd take that 34 degrees right about now, though. Speaking of Oilers super fans, our Nicole Lampe is always on the front lines covering the playoffs. Even when she was the victim of a sneak attack right before airtime, she chose to take it as a positive.
So I was pooped on during my live hit.
And I got to clean it up.
And he has to clean it up. But it's a sign that the Oilers are going to win tonight. And that we're standing in a spot where there's lots of pigeons. But here is now officially clean. We're going to win because I got
How clean is it? So these look to be the birds in question. We've got a suspect photo. Now, it doesn't look like a ton. That's in the immediate aftermath. Yeah. But, hey, when you're about to go on television and then you feel that in your hair, that's going to get your attention.
Sure, yeah. Can I just say there's poop in her hair, and her hair still looks fabulous. She's got those Lampa locks down right. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah, still look good. And it was right before she went on. She did like a whole 3-minute hit, and without unflappable Nicole Lampa.
I know.
Yeah. Unflappable indeed. Still ahead, reflecting on a year's worth of celebrations here on Your Morning. Probably can't pull this off last minute.
No, probably not. This is
fantastic. Well, we love to celebrate this city and you at home during Your Morning, and we really love seeing your wedding photos and guessing when they were taken during our Valentine's Day show.
First off, we have Anne and Kevin. Their wedding song was Tiny Thing by Jensen Interceptor. Here we go, my poem. Bill Clinton took office, a new age begun. The White House changed hands, a new chapter spun. Jurassic Park roared into theaters with might. Dinosaurs Alive, a breathtaking sight. Whitney's voice soared in I Will Always Love You, while Salt and Peppa kept things fun and true. What year?
92?
I was thinking 92 as well. I'll go with 1993.
1993. A win for Kent. Last one. This is Roberto and Nicole. Their wedding song, their first dance was Crazy in Love by Beyonce.
Ooh,
Facebook was just a spark. A new creation started at Harvard, a digital sensation. The Red Sox broke the curse. Oh, what a thrill. Winning the World Series, a dream to fulfill.
Got it.
Lost hit the TV screens, a mystery deep, while friends said goodbye, leaving fans to weep. I think Kent's already got it just from that World Series.
What do you got, Corey?
Fact alone.
94.
You are so close. You're off by 10 years.
It is
2000.
2000. I don't remember Facebook being around in 1994.
And Beyonce. Yeah, I meant 2004. What was I thinking?
Well, summer may feel fleeting in Edmonton, but we make the most of it. We put your green thumbs in the spotlight this year with our inaugural Yard of the Year contest.
It was really hard to choose, but I'm telling you, when Kent, Corey, and I came to Rowena's yard, we thought, this might just be the one. Everybody, I want to introduce to you Rowena Beach, our 2025 winner. Thank you so much for submitting, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's talk about your garden. We're going to take a tour in a little bit, but where did it first start off for you, your love of gardening, flowers and plants?
Oh, I grew up, my mom loves garden back in the Philippines, and then when we came here, then I work at a flower shop, Flowers by Merle. So that's it.
Well, I just really enjoyed looking at all the color, the details, the variety of things in the yard, and I just thought it looked beautiful.
So when you've arrived here, you're seeing it in person now. What do you truly think?
I'm just thinking about how much work this takes because, you know, this is 26 years of working 23 years working in her yard, and it shows because everything is perfect.
For sure. For those people who don't know how much time she spends in the garden, Rowena, let everybody know how much time you spend in the garden here every day.
At least 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, you're not surprised.
Average.
You're not surprised, right, Danita? No, not at all.
That is good stuff, and no one does Halloween like Your Morning and our viewers. The Spooky Spirit Contest returned for another year. This year's winner, hand making all the decorations and choosing atmosphere over jump scares. Let's take a tour.
FYI, everybody, I did bring an extra set of pants just in case. You never know. This creepy crypt is not for the faint of heart. We are going to meet our contest winner inside of this structure. Every single window you look through, there is like a movie scene with production lights. And by the way, the contest winner did not buy any of these at a store. He made them by hand and everything. And ladies and gentlemen, our contest winner, Josh Hanasak. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This looks amazing.
Well,
I mean, come on, when did this all begin?
We kind of began to expand like this in about 2019, where we got some product. We were able to start carving and making things. And every year we just add something new. Anybody can come. There is no age limit. People can come of all ages and enjoy it. We've had little kids that really love it. We have old people that don't want to go in.
So true enough.
It
Yeah,
really
fair.
depends. It's all ambience. It's all kind of what you make of it and how everything feels to you. We don't like to have those jump scares. I want people to enjoy it. I want people to like what they're seeing and go, oh, that's cool.
Now, Kim herself is scheming for months to come up with Halloween costumes for the show. Her work in the past, iconic. And this year, she created a masterpiece.
A true work of art. I'm a Van Gogh this morning, a self-portrait. Kim, you're looking a little off, a little disjointed.
Yeah, I mean, this Picasso guy, I told him, you know, draw the left eye higher. But anyway.
Probably can't pull this off last minute.
No. Probably not. This took
is
a while.
fantastic.
This
Talk
took
to
a
us
while.
about how this came together.
Okay, I did see an inspiration photo. It was from a Halloween parade in New York, right? And they did the Mona Lisa, they did Van Gogh, but I decided maybe let's go a little wild this year.
Well,
Anyways,
you nailed it, Kim. You did all the makeup and the costume. You nailed it.
thank you so much. I came in at midnight, and it was it was quite the process. I think it worked out, and I'm so happy. We love doing stuff like this for you guys on the show.
Absolutely, we do. It's our goal every morning to help you set a tone for the day. And Kim is responsible for a lot of the vibe around here. And on her birthday, she was really feeling it. Here she is busting a move on her birthday. It doesn't really have to be her birthday, actually, to see this behind the scenes. It happens a lot. And if anyone's going to join her, it's Nicole Lampa, who's got some serious moves of her own. Well, still ahead, a celebration of you, the viewers and the texters who drive the conversation here in the studio. Kim and Corey are back with some of their favorite moments of 2025.
What is the best soup? Jenna, why don't we start off with you?
Let's just get the bullying out of the way now, apparently.
Hear me out with this one.
Local police responded to the break-in and found the raccoon passed out in the bathroom.
You are part of the conversation every morning. Thanks to all of you who text us with your thoughts, your opinions, your love often. We love sharing with that, and we try our best to answer everybody who texts in.
For sure. Yeah. Some people may think that, oh, it's a producer or somebody behind the scenes doing it. It's actually us three responding to you. So we're literally having a conversation with our viewers, and it's like the best thing every morning.
Yeah, it means a lot to get that response back, and yeah, to give a little back as well, because you are very, very important to us.
Yeah.
And some of the best stuff from the viewers comes during Question of the Day.
That's right. Every Tuesday we ask you and our friends Cash and Winterburn from Virgin Radio our question of the day. Sometimes those questions can inspire some heated conversations. What movie have you seen that you think is totally overrated? Jenna, I think yours, well, in my opinion, is a bit controversial. Why don't you tell us what you think is overrated?
I'm a little nervous to even say it, but I'm gonna go with Star Wars.
Wow.
I think I've tried to watch one of the movies maybe once or twice, but it just wasn't for me.
What did you say about Chewbacca? Come on.
They're just like a bunch of adults who follow a dog that can't talk properly. I just don't.
So the question today is, what decade had the best music? This could be a little controversial for some, or maybe bring out some passion in a lot of people. I think, Peter, you and I are kind of matching up on this somewhat. I'm going to say the 90s.
Yeah, come on. 90s, unbeatable. With the artists that came out in the 90s, I mean, for me, it was like, I was very hip-hop in the 90s, so like Tupac, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Biggie. Like, for me, that was like my life, okay?
So,
You're
yeah,
wrong.
it depends.
They're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt here.
Okay,
I know you're all saying there's no wrong answer. Those are wrong answers. The 1970s is the decade. Definitively the decade of music eras.
Tell us you're old without telling us you're old. That's right.
Ken taking over this segment was
Or the 80s. I just know.
Well, this is a very simple question, but it sounds like it's a little bit contentious. It may break some.
I'm being bullied.
Yes. So the question today, with things turning autumn, getting a little bit chillier, what is the best soup? Jenna, why don't we start off with you?
Let's just get the bullying out of the way now, apparently. My answer is split pea and ham soup. It is so good. It's delicious. You guys are missing out here. My mom makes it after like every Thanksgiving, after every Christmas. I look forward to it every single time. I don't know how to make it, but my mom makes it with love, and it's delicious. Does it look appetizing? Maybe not.
Okay, there you go. Fair.
But it is.
I'm going to go with French onion soup.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Great answer.
Classic.
Great answer.
Kent hates it. He says there's too many surprises that go along with it.
Right.
Too many surprises.
It's too hot.
Underneath.
It's soup. Do you want it to be cold?
It's too hot. It is. You're cracking it. You don't know what's coming out. Yes, no good.
Just gazpacho for Kent, I guess.
Yes, nothing too hot. He likes the Goldilocks.
Yes,
that's right. This is just lukewarm. Question of the day is great because it starts an argument almost every week.
Almost,
in the studio.
And it's funny because it's almost like viewers and texts that come in, they choose sides. So sometimes they'll go with Corey and I, sometimes they'll go with just Kent, but it creates that conversation that drives the show as well.
By the way, all of you at home said the 70s as well, because I was right. One of my favorite parts of the morning personally is exploring the oddities and idioms of the English language, phrases that, when you stop and think about it, make you ask, why do we say that? And every week we try our best to guess the origins and You know, sometimes it just doesn't go well.
This one I have no idea. What are your laurels?
It's already funny.
Who is Laurel?
I have no idea when this originated from.
And then the idea of lickety split with that nice repetition of sound.
A tall tale.
High status, big wig. Corey, say that?
Earlier in England. And the idea is that, yeah.
Okay. Hear me out with this one.
Cutting corners. Cutting corners, this is actually a term from...
The king would get the most money coming back at them.
Sorry.
That's okay.
A smooth surface to work with.
That's just ended more abruptly than I thought. And that's it.
And that's it.
Okay.
Why? Does it need more? No, right?
Those are so hard.
They are
Some of
really,
them
really
are.
hard. And it's weird because some of the most outrageous explanations that we come up with, sometimes they're right.
Yeah.
Kim's right so often by just absolutely guessing. It's so frustrating. You get it right so often.
It's weird, right?
I know. Big thank you to Julia Peters from MacEwan University,
Yeah.
graciously helping guide us to the answers every week. If you have something you're wondering about, you can always text us at 10400 and we'll take it to the experts. So on Fridays, we like to underline our favorite stories from the week.
Yes.
And as we arrive at the end of 2025, we're picking our favorites from the year, which is very difficult to do because we're highlighting the people in the city that do extraordinary things, and there are so many of them.
It honestly just feels like a way that I can, turn my passion into something tangible. And I'm really fulfilled, and I really hope that these arms make a long-lasting difference in those people's lives.
Oh, I just love this. This Edmonton student taking his 3D printing hobby to the next level, quite literally providing a helping hand to people in need, using that equipment for people in Uganda who are in need of prosthetic limbs. He's already provided 2 arms for people in Uganda. He's trying to do more. This was my best of the week that week. Definitely worthy for me of best of the year. Way to go. That is so cool.
Yeah, my story also includes a student. This time, they're the one getting a helping hand from their principal.
When you're building school culture, you want every kid to feel like they're a part of something.
It makes me feel very supported and happy that I have someone who trusts me and believes in me.
Grade 9 student Kaya always wanted to play a sport despite having a condition affecting her joints, hands, and feet. She and her principal came up with an unorthodox but effective way for her to learn archery. While holding a bow isn't typically a part of a principal's job description, he says he's happy to do it to make sure Kaya feels like she belongs.
Such great members of the community. And for my best of the year, I wanted to shout out a long time viewer. We love sharing milestones each morning, and one definitely caught our attention this year. So this is Claudia from St. Paul, who turned 107 this year. Claudia was born the day before the end of the First World War. She has 9 kids, 28 grandkids, and more than 50 great and great-great-grandkids.
Wow.
And some of the things invented after she was born include insulin, penicillin, Band-Aids, blenders, TVs, and the internet.
Wow, of course. Maybe we should have her on next year for her 108th birthday.
Yes, for sure. Claudia, have a fantastic 2026.
Oh, that is so fun. And sharing the milestones with the viewers is a great part of your morning as well. There's actually 2 stories that we promised to monitor closely, and we are continuing our coverage of what seems to be an epidemic of drunk raccoons.
The animals were catching a buzz on fermented peaches used to make moonshine. The nurse managed to get one out, but the other was unresponsive. She was able to use chest compressions to revive the party animal. Local police responded to the break-in and found the raccoon passed out in the bathroom. We now know how the culprit got inside. It came in through the ceiling, then helped itself to some of the liquor sitting on bottom shelves.
Look at the mess he left behind.
Wow.
It feels important to mention that all the raccoons in these stories recovered.
Yeah.
They are okay.
Quite well.
That's why we're laughing. It's okay to laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, minimal hangovers for those little guys. They were back at their... Yeah.
But rest assured, if there are drunk raccoons in 2026, we will be there with all the coverage that you need. If you've got favorite moments from the year, we'd love to hear from you. You can text us at 10400. Let us know your thoughts. And just to all of you at home, as we round into this new year, thank you for being part of our morning and your morning. It's what makes this what it is.
Absolutely. We had a huge rebrand this year as well. We switched to Your Morning, and I feel like even though the vibes kind of switched with this new look and everything we've done, all the special occasions, all of the text line stuff, thank you so much for being a part of it with us.
Yeah, and we look forward to having you be part of 2026 with us. Keep texting. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you so much.
We'll see you next year.